Hi, I'm Andrew.
This is Brian.
And Shelby.
And you're listening to Hyperspace Podblast.
Aren't you a little short for a podcast?
Huh?
Hello everyone and welcome to Hyperspace Podblast number 7, Star Wars Celebration Orlando, Awakens. No, Snoke, just in case you couldn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It wasn't even me, he just came in and did that. It was weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as you heard in the intro, we have a very special guest with us today, Andrew in Belfast.
Hooray! And unfortunately, we're kind of new at this whole podcasting game, and especially the having a guest from across the pond game. And our quality didn't come out exactly how we planned.
It's not completely on par with our other episodes. Just to give you a heads up, we've already taken a couple of actions to mitigate this problem in the future.
True.
So we hope you listen to this for the content and not the quality.
Yeah, Andrew was fun. Said some really good stuff. It's a fun little what do we hope / expect from celebration. So hopefully it'll bridge the gap between now and Thursday when the real thing happens. So exciting.
It is exciting.
I know.
So anyway, we want to just give you all a heads up. Hope you continue to listen to this podcast. We're definitely grateful for all the positive feedback we've already received.
True.
So here we go. Here's Andrew.
Here we go.
Hey, Andrew, how's it going?
Absolutely brilliant. Have a day off and a cup of tea in my hand and very relaxed. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys.
Alright, so what we're going to talk about today with Mr. Andrew in Belfast is what do we want to see or hope to see at this year's Star Wars Celebration. So since you're the guest, we're going to go ahead and let you go first, sir.
I'm going to start with a random one to begin with, which is I want to see a new Star Wars Marvel comic announced set in and around Dex's Diner from Attack of the Clones. With
series be called
Dex's Joint. And it would have Flo as well, the waitress.
Right.
And it would involve maybe a new character who would be a detective type character, and every episode of the comic he would have a crime to solve in and around Coruscant. He could go down to the lower levels and things like that, but it would all centre in around the diner where he would meet a lot of the people to do the interviews and stuff like that for his police work. So that's my that's what I want to see. I mean, people are thinking about Anakin coming into Episode 8, but really that's top of my bill is a Dex's Diner comic. So Heather Antos, heard it here first. What about you guys?
Yeah, sure. What do you think, Shelby?
Oddly enough, what I'd like to see is what fans come up with as far as building different robotics to model astromechs. I'm excited.
Oh, that's...
I'm excited to see that, especially since there's been a little bit more time for people to get BB-8 just right, as well as, if anyone does anything creative with K2, that would be extremely impressive. But, as an engineer, I'm super into the robotics and things like that, so I'm excited to see how people bring it to life themselves.
That is an excellent choice, because at London last year, that was one of the highlights, was the astromechs. Just fantastic. Actually, that and the cosplayers, both of those.
I was going to say, I'm interested to see if there's any K2 cosplay.
Probably a combination of both robotics and cosplay, maybe.
And stilts. I love the astromechs and the sort of brand new colour schemes and stuff that people come up with for their personalised astromech droids.
Yeah, for sure. It's like with the pink one that they made for the young girl. I think she had pink.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Katie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that was... there was quite a few of them, and it's funny because you're walking around Celebration and you see these astromechs are whizzing past you. Then you see some guy with a remote control walking about 6 feet behind them.
Just pretend like that's not real.
What do you want to
I got
see,
some...
Ooh, I want to see more video game stuff, especially from the Visceral and Respawn projects. I'm not overly concerned about Battlefront 2. I think other than that, it doesn't really interest me. I mean, it's going to be the game Battlefront 1 should have been, I think. which, I mean, good for that, and I'll play it, and it will probably be fun. But the other two studios, I mean, it's been about a year since we heard anything from them. So I'm really expecting some kind of, I don't know, at least some information. I've heard rumors there might be a little bit of gameplay, or at least like a mini trailer. I would be super jazzed.
I feel as if I'm not qualified to comment on this because the last Star Wars computer game I played was on the Super Nintendo. I think I would quite like to watch someone playing Battlefront.
You can do that, man. With Twitch and YouTube now, you can watch people do just about anything.
You can.
That would be cheaper than buying the game, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I reckon. Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Are you guys going to Celebration?
No. We'd like to, but...
Yeah, I'm going to live stream the hell out of it, I think.
Yeah, same. That'll be spring break for me, so I don't have school, but...
nice.
I'll be at work.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it, though.
I'm sure you will.
You can live vicariously through Brian's.
I can. I mean, that's what I
live streaming.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's what she does on a daily basis.
The next question is, will George make an appearance at the 40th anniversary event?
Yes.
Do you think so?
Yes, I think he will.
I do too. That's my all-in on who the special guest is.
I think so.
I don't know how you could not.
Yeah.
I mean...
I suppose only if he chose not to do it. I think, though, it would be so... I think he's starting to come in to the fold a bit as well after his comment about Rogue One.
Yeah, I feel like, he was a little at odds-ish, with the lead-in to The Force Awakens where he said, or he was quoted as saying, I don't know if he actually ever said it, something about where are the Skywalker children or something like that. I don't know. But they made it.
Yeah.
He was all against the Disney. I don't even know if that was true to begin with. But yeah, I think he seems to be coming around. And I mean, he visited the sets of both movies and he's, been part of it at least as, maybe not a creative part of it.
It would be good to see him being put front and center again as well. Because he gets an unfair press, I think. It's hard to say that he's underrated, obviously, it's George Lucas. But, of late, post-prequels, I don't think he gets fair dues, really.
I would agree with that. And I think it's important, too. I mean, 40th anniversary, the large majority of that 40 years was under his reign. And there's a lot of new fans that probably don't even really know. I'm sure they've heard the name George Lucas thrown around. Yeah. But they don't have a face to the name or haven't, seen him involved with Star Wars. So I think it would be important for that aspect too.
I think the prequels are getting a bit of a resurgence as well, aren't they? I mean, they're undergoing a bit of a reassessment process now, thankfully.
Yeah, people are not, just dead set on hating them, it seems like anymore.
I don't understand that at all. I mean, as someone who watched them in 2015, I just don't get it. So, what if there's a sizzle reel for The Last Jedi and not full trailer?
I have written here, sizzle reel - boo. Because I want a trailer.
Yeah, same. I think the reason I came up with this question is because there was that, I want to say rumor or I think something's actually true about it anyway, but, whatever the information that the people got to see at the Disney meeting or whatever it was, the stuff that Bob Iger was commenting on has been referred to as the sizzle reel. So it makes me wonder, they already have that prepared. Is that what they're going to show? And then follow it up with the trailer, maybe with, paired with Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that. And that, I'm with you, I would be annoyed. I would be even more annoyed though if they show a sizzle reel to us and then cut the stream and show everyone else at Celebration the trailer. And we have to wait for it.
Yeah, that's boo in capitals.
Yeah, with 100 million exclamation points.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's what they're going to do, by the way.
I know, I just ruined it.
Yeah, I just know that that's what they did. They did something like that at London, I think.
Yeah, with
Rogue One.
They showed I don't know if they ever released the trailer they showed there, or if it was just a special.
I did see a rather ropey video of it that someone had recorded before it was removed.
I saw a bunch of those available, but I never tried. I just assumed that they would either be so poorly done that it wouldn't be worth watching, or that I would click on them and it would be already gone.
Yeah, it was the former for me. It was just poor. And even though Kathleen Kennedy, I think, who did the intro, told people to put their phones away. But there you go.
Well, I mean, I definitely would be disappointed if it was just a Sizzler. But I'd like to see a Sizzler and a trailer. I'm kind of greedy, I guess. Just because I do like behind-the-scenes production stuff. So I would like to see both. In best-case scenario, I would prefer to have a trailer if I had to pick between the two. And I would be a little sad if, like, the production reel was something that wasn't shown to everybody, but I don't see why that was something that wasn't shown to everyone.
Yeah, the bummer that that may never. My point is, if they see a trailer and we don't, that trailer will eventually, or some very close trailer will eventually come out. But if they are shown a sizzle reel, there's no guarantee that sizzle reel will be made
That's true.
public, you know what I mean?
That'd be a big bummer.
Right?
So trailers now don't even seem to show scenes that are in the film anyway, which I find strange.
I like it though, because sometimes you'll watch a trailer of a movie and it's like, well, I've seen that movie, basically. I'm done. All the funny were like shown, they especially with like bad comedies, but
exactly.
I don't think it completely applies to Star Wars. But
I think it's the opposite, honestly. You, like with Rogue One, for example, you're sitting in the theater waiting for that. When they're going to be running across the beach, she's never going to leave that tower with those things.
When does she say, I rebel?
Yeah.
This is a rebellion, isn't it? I rebel. Those lines were just fantastic. That trailer, they should give me the Rogue One DVD or Blu-ray plus a bonus disc with just that trailer on it, because...
those are the deleted scenes. They should just have the deleted scenes and just show you the trailer.
Yeah, that was my favourite trailer and favourite Star Wars scene ever, and it's gone. Apart from it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
But for free. But
that'd be really funny if they just started going crazy with the trailers and like had completely different plots.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think part of it to completely lead you astray too sometimes.
Honestly, I think part of it is more the industry driven. We need a trailer, and they're like, well, we're not sure what direction this movie's going yet, but here we have these scenes done here, and then especially for things seem to be having trailers much more early than they ever used to. You used to see a trailer and be like, oh, that movie must be coming out soon. Now it's like, oh, that movie comes out in a year. Okay. I'll forget about that and then maybe watch it later.
I know, I like DC Comics, and I feel as if I read more about what film is planned for 3 years from now, rather than what films have been completed.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like once they get something started, it's like, that's old news now. We have to think about what we're going to start in the future.
We're making Batgirl in 10 years' time.
Yeah, I saw the internet blew up about that.
Yeah.
And I get most of my DC information from you, actually.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
It's all good. You keep me in the know.
Andrew, do you think that they'll announce the next Star Wars story?
Yes, I do.
And do you think it's going to be Obi-Wan?
Yes. Which I would love, but they don't have to play it safe, do they? Playing it safe. I want a Jedi Academy Star Wars movie.
That would be... I just don't know what you're going to do with Obi-Wan. I mean, you could do something, but that just doesn't... I think people are more intrigued by the idea of Ewan coming back and doing it than they are the actual movie itself. I don't think people have thought through what they think it's going to be about. They just like, Obi-Wan, yeah!
I'm trying to think of movies you could compare to, like, non-Star Wars movies. So
John Ford westerns.
Yeah. Or it'd have to be one of those, I think.
Or one of those, like, someone who's a hermit by themselves. There's not a lot of talking. They're just, like, out,
something that
very
happens,
artsy almost,
Maybe over the course of, like, a day or a weekend. Mm-hmm. It can't be, like, this long, drawn out.
Yeah, because you would have to have, like, some sort of thing propelling him forward is what you would need.
Yeah, Ewan was in that film as well, wasn't he? About 40 Days and 40 Nights in the Desert.
Made a whole bunch of fake Obi-Wan posters and such out of that, I think that may be actually where it all started. Like, look at you and McGregor in the desert.
Have you read the book, the John Jackson Miller book?
I've heard it's really good.
It is. I've read it. But, I mean, I would find it quite difficult to see it translated onto the film screen.
So, that's what you think they'll announce as the next Star Wars story. What do you hope they announce as the next Star Wars story?
Yeah. Jedi Academy.
Yeah, Jedi Academy.
Luke's Jedi Academy.
Oh, Luke's Jedi.
Not that... Oh. Yeah, I don't want to see them I don't want to see them wiped out, though. They can leave that for... I want fresh, new actors and actresses.
Even for...
All new people, maybe, but bring in Hamill.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. So who would be kind of your focal point in this story?
Would it be about Luke, or would it be about...
Just some random person in his academy?
About Luke... Well, Luke would be there as Dumbledore.
Yeah!
Type character. But everybody else would be just brand new. I want Kip Duran back. So, I would like to see a brand new set of characters and just a new adventure set in around Jedi students.
And that could be a very Rogue One-esque movie because they can make whatever characters they want because it's all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think they've said that, haven't they? That it's just going to be all new characters, have they? Maybe I'm imagining that. But it would be good to see Hamill in the sort of mentor role, but not maybe a bit part in the film almost, rather than one of the leads.
As long as he actually has like some lines, he doesn't just look.
That would be funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
A movie where he just looks and points.
It could be just
points to the box. And you're like,
yeah.
Okay.
It could just be a movie full of people queuing up to hand him lightsabers, one by one, Rey style.
Everyone just here.
Yeah. He just looks at them.
And everyone like climbs up the mountain and delivers it to him. And it's like,
yeah.
Your training is complete. Thank you.
Jedi Academy, the Mountain Challenge.
Hands you a certificate.
How Jedi work. They just never put that in the
Exactly.
They all get a certificate. Yeah.
Anakin was that his wasn't like in favorite color or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm special!
I wanted a blue ribbon!
Yeah. I have two other minor ideas. I want a Ventress film with Eva Green as Ventress. I suppose we can't really do Dooku anymore, can we? Pre-Dooku.
In that, actually, like who she was before her. Like,
mm-hmm.
Night Sister, I guess.
Yeah. Or the stuff just ahead of the name of the books.
Oh, Dark Disciple.
Dark Disciple, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Quinlan Vos, yeah. I think that would be good. And then
really good.
It is.
Maybe because I had low expectations going in, because I don't really care for her character that much. But yeah, the book was it's a good story and it's well written. So if you haven't read it, check it out.
Yep.
So, was that the other one that you had in mind?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one more was a young Qui-Gon film.
Oh, yeah. I would really like that. Like Qui-Gon maybe just post becoming a knight, so he's not really hawing around with Dooku. But yeah, that would be great. A young Qui-Gon, like when he just gets Obi-Wan as an apprentice too.
Oh yeah, that would be excellent actually.
I like the idea of Obi-Wan being like super over eager and Qui-Gon being like, whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Be mindful of your feelings. Obi-Wan is how he would say it, because he wouldn't have fully lost his Northern Ireland accent at that stage.
He would sound exactly.
So they could cast me in the role.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the angle
there
now.
You go.
Yeah.
Get Kathleen Kennedy on the phone. Sorted. Okay, that's it.
So what do you think is the least likely announcement to come out of Celebration Orlando?
That Belfast will be cast as Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the least likely. I mean, I think there's some other things that would happen after that. The least likely thing, I think, would actually be that they're announcing that they recast Leia. I think that's the least likely. I don't think that's going to happen. I would think that's the least likely thing they would announce, and even if it were true, they wouldn't even announce it at Celebration. That'd be like the biggest downer ever.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna, not that they're gonna steer clear of Leia stuff, but they're not gonna make that a focal point, I don't think, just because that.
Right. They would never announce it as if people would be excited about it.
Yeah, that's a little fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, any real Leia news they probably would want to keep on the down low, wouldn't they? Even, because I was thinking Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things is supposedly quite keen, I think, to play a young Leia.
Oh, I would be alright with that.
And yes, she would be pretty excellent.
You're just such a Stranger Things fan.
I think young Leia is interesting, and it's a huge untapped area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to see, a Star Wars character that has two decent parents, even if they're not actually her parents. Or let me say that differently. They are actually her parents, but they're not.
Oh yeah. responsible guardians.
There you go.
They probably did do a better job.
Yeah, I want to say, like, people are always down in parents in Star Wars, and I have a feeling that the Orgamas were probably amazing.
And I think she probably made out a lot better than what she would have received.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think anything happened with it.
They probably wouldn't have been really good parents.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a parent myself, but
Yeah, I feel like once they got past that cutie stage, that they would be like the two people together that fight all the time. You know?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think their relationship would have been, even with the dark side out of the picture, would have been volatile just because.
Yeah, Anakin would really get on your nerves after a while, I think.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Padme would be quite reasonable, I think.
She would have been a swell mom for sure.
But it'd be quite good to have young Leia and Brea Organa on a field trip somewhere. Alderaanian road trip.
Yeah, just go doing like a backpacking across Europe version of Alderaan.
Yeah, exactly. That would be very unlikely.
Brian, what do you think is the least likely announcement?
That George is taking back over and paid double what he got from Disney to reacquire it. And then everything Disney did is not canon anymore. Legends is back. And
yeah. No, I do like the Disney stuff. I just like the Legends stuff as well. That's actually what I have written down as my least likely.
Oh, yeah?
A new Legends book.
Oh, how happy would that make people?
It would make me very happy.
I don't know. I mean, I do know why they're not doing it from a marketing, time, money standpoint, but I think eventually they may revisit some of that stuff. And if authors are willing to put it out there, why not?
Well,
even the standalone, it doesn't even need to follow the old Legends stuff or try to fit in with the stuff that remained canon. But even if they had standalone, I like that. Do you know that a Star Wars comic that's online?
The fan made one.
Yeah, even things like that are just take part in their own. They have links in with the canon. It would be quite nice. I think it would be cut the creators a bit of slack.
Yeah.
I'd quite like to see it.
I'm gonna agree. I mean, I think that would be a really neat idea to have a Legends book be written in the context of it being a Legends book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like knowing it was going to be a Legends book as
it would
it's
be
being
like
written.
writing old Star Wars with a new one.
Yeah.
With a different perspective.
It does, yeah.
I mean, you have more information now if you were writing a Legend book than you did before. There's more things to pull from, more ideas.
Oh, I just had a new argument.
Oh, what's your new lead?
They create the Star Wars multiverse, and Legends is no longer Legends. It's just a different universe that exists through a black hole.
Yeah.
Maybe?
A teenyverse.
Yeah. I think apart from maybe one or two books, I think actually Heir to the Jedi was enjoyable enough, but it wasn't one of my favourites, and I didn't like the
saying that they should give the Legend.
Yeah.
Legends people, this one's yours.
Here's a freebie. And the first half of the last Aftermath book, I didn't like at all. I like the second bit of it.
Yeah,
but
it's a little slow.
Yeah.
Develop, I agree.
I told Jeff Cagle it felt as if I was personally trudging through the desert in Jakku.
That's what I feel like going to work every day.
Yeah.
In the
good
desert.
Experience for the reader, though. That he really put you there.
Yeah, I did live really. I did start to understand why Finn screamed, "Why does everybody want to go back to Jakku?" But aside from that, and I'm not getting down on Chuck Wendig because he's actually my favourite writer in the new canon. They have done a good job. I mean, all the books have been very, very enjoyable. I just like the old canon as well. I just like good stories. And I don't like being tied into canon. That's
the real point. There's just good stories. I'm glad people haven't abandoned Legends completely. I think some people are a little overzealous about it, but
yeah,
a good story is a good story. It doesn't matter if it is or not. I mean, personally, I like the Vaughn, so I'm glad that's absolutely good.
Oh yeah.
But I do have a small theory that Snoke is no anymore.
Oh, I would. So, New Jedi Order is my favorite.
Dude, me too.
19 books of heaven.
I really, really enjoy that whole. It's the most outside the box Star Wars experience, I think.
And so relevant as well. Refugees moving all across the galaxy, and I'm going to write a piece about it. 19 books is hard to summarize.
Yeah, no, it's a huge undertaking. Like, as it was happening is one thing, but yeah, now looking at that, I would be like, oh no, too much.
Yeah, it's a gargantuan effort. But yeah, as I know, I mean, I really actually the Star Wars comic online, the fan comic was so good because it was just little snippets of the galaxy. So you got a little scene from Mon Mothma and a scene from Two Tubes, and just really good. I like little standalone pieces, So yeah, I think New Legends is very unlikely. So, but anyway, we travel and hope.
Well, I think that's about all we have time for. So thank you very much for being with us, Andrew.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much for having me on to talk Star Wars.
Give people a quick and dirty where they can find you on the interwebs, and then we'll play you out.
Oh yeah. So on Twitter, people can find me on @PopVoxCulture, Andrew in Belfast. And also check out the sites, which are futureoftheforce.com and theastromechjournal.com. Yeah, busy boy.
Okay. Yeah, so more people probably know Andrew than know us, so it's kind of like, they're like,
yeah,
we know him.
Yeah. They might know me.
If you're here for Andrew, give us a follow at hyperspace_pod or email us at hyperspacepodblast@gmail.com. Let us know who else you'd like to have on the show.
Or if you want to be on the show.
Or if you want to be on the show. And catch us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Podbean,
basically
wherever. We'll answer you. Thank you so much for listening.
Yep, thanks guys. And thanks Andrew.